Well, hello, and welcome to week 2. I want to take just a couple minutes to say thanks for the work that you put into week number 1, introducing yourselves and working at putting together an introductory email to your students. Those things are the important aspects of building that rapport, that sense of presence in the classroom with our students that we are really looking to develop as we work with students in this online format. And I want to let you know that I too really enjoy, one of the highlights of working at Moody is getting to find out more about each of you as I learn how God is working in your life and how He's worked in your life to bring you to this point. And I trust that as you get into teaching your classes that you too will be excited about being able to see where God is working and how He is using you to train students literally all across the world and allowing you to make a huge difference for the sake of Christ and His kingdom. No matter what subject you're teaching, that we are able to partner together to do that. And that is just so much fun to see that happen. One of the other things I want to encourage you to do is as you interact with the various other faculty members here in this training class, you work at staying in contact with them. I've had a lot of fun over the last 5 years staying in contact with a variety of the other faculty members, even though it's outside of the class or outside of what we do, that we still email each other, or when we see each other on Facebook, we'll send out a message, or those kinds of things, that we continue to work at building that cohesive faculty, even though we're separated by hundreds or thousands of miles. I also hear fun stories about faculty members finding out that they're close to one another, or they are going on vacation somewhere and they're going to go be close to another faculty member, and that they just catch up for a cup of coffee or grab a meal together. And so that's something else you could do. And again, just as if we were in a traditional brick and mortar school where we might go and grab a cup of coffee on a certain day just to catch up on life and those kinds of things, you can do that as well. I've also know that there are many of our faculty members who are interacting like this, maybe not sending a video, but doing it on Skype or doing something like that just to be able to get together with other faculty members. And so I'd encourage you to continue to pray that we are able to develop that kind of a strong and a cohesive faculty that works together and enjoys what we're doing together as we're able to serve the Lord and build His kingdom. One of the other things as we get going in these classes is life is changing in online learning, and it always is changing, and the way that I teach my classes today looks so different than when I started teaching at Moody 5 years ago. And so I want to encourage you to keep looking at new ways that you can convey material. I'm working on I'm recording this on my iPad, which is one of those new tools that I've learned how to use an iPad in the last year, and am just beginning to use it some for videoing. And the reason I did this is I wanted to demonstrate how you could do this on your iPhone or on your iPad, or if you have an Android phone that has a reverse facing camera or whatever that's called, that you're able to do that. Maybe you're sitting waiting for your kid at ball practice or at some other thing, waiting to pick them up from youth group, and you're able to just do a quick video clip to send out to your students and let them know what's going on for the week. So keep trying the new tools. Find what works. Some people like this tool, some people like another tool, and that's okay. We're not into cookie cutters, but you got to try a few of them to figure out what works well for you and what doesn't. This week we're doing a few different things. We have a couple of Blackboard videos for you to watch. Encourage you to watch those, get a little bit more information about Blackboard. Blackboard is the course management or learning management system that we use here. If you're not really familiar with how the online side of things works or using a course management system, I encourage you to go to blackboard.com. They have a whole lot of different videos there that you can watch and can learn just about anything that's going on. I've also subscribed to several RSS feeds about Blackboard just so that I can stay on top of things that other people are doing and learning from others in that process. One of the other things we've added just in the last couple weeks, and I put a link in for this week, is for the new MDL One-Stop Shop website. I encourage you to go there. It gives a great list for everything from where you can request your teaching load for the coming semesters to if you have some problem that's going on in your class, to report that and to get some help with that. And then it has a really helpful list of who's who in MDL and how you can contact various people. So you're going to want to pay attention to the things, especially the faculty and student handbook, because there's this little thing called a quiz that you need to finish by Friday night so that you can then enter into the discussion board and go over that with everybody else and kind of talk about the things that you learned from taking that quiz. I said in the announcement, but it was 20 years from when I completed my master's degree to when I started back into my doctorate. And that first quiz that I took, I can tell you that it was pretty nerve-wracking for me to remember, oh man, how do I study for this? How do I take it? And all those kinds of things. And so we want to give you just a little bit of that feeling, a little bit of that fear maybe, of taking a test so that you have a little bit more compassion and empathy for your students as they do that as well. So I am really looking forward to seeing your information this week. Oh, I also have put you together in some groups for week 3's discussion, and you can look at those in the announcement as well. And you can contact your other friend, your other peer who's in that list. So I hope you're having a great week, that you had a great time in worship yesterday, and that God is continuing to do neat and wonderful things in and through you. Have a great week. I'm looking forward to talking to you more.